by Onica Maphisa. She's speaking on behalf of the signatories, calling for the party's president to be disciplined. Thank you for speaking to us for this morning. Who do you guys represent? Because the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, that this is all about factionalism within the ruling party.
We are members of the ANC in good standing who are coming from different provinces. So this has nothing to do with a faction. And the constitution of the ANC allows us members to raise concerns with one of our members, who is the president of the ANC.
Annika, tell me, it was 4 years ago that the CR17 campaign was launched. The president has been cleared in Parliament and court. Why are you deciding to bring this action now?
We do not understand when he was cleared in Parliament and by who. And the courts, there's different litigations that are still going on. They might not be from the ANC itself, but there's different people that have taken the president to court on the same matter of the bank statements that he has sealed. And our belief is that if you are an honest member of the ANC, you should not be sealing documents, and you are speaking of transparency and you are speaking of rooting out corruption, but there is still things that you do not want people to see. What is it that is in those documents that makes him to go to every length and breadth of the highest courts in the land to seal those documents? If the president is transparent and honest, he should not have sealed the documents.
Annika, what evidence or proof do you have that the president has acted unlawfully?
Over and above those documents that are sealed, there are those that are in the public domain. And members of the ANC, some who are MPs and ministers today, appear on those statements. It could not have been just ordinary donations. There's ordinary branch members. He even accepted to having given 2 members of the EFF who were MPs donations. And it cannot be that we must just allow that situation to go on like that as if nothing has happened. And you see, it is very difficult to want to turn a blind eye when a person has received money and they wake up and they make the loudest noise about things that they know that they are wrong. You cannot have, I will state, Minister Fikile Mbalula. His name is there in those statements. And then the following day, he wakes up and he says a particular comrade is good to lead. 2 days down the line, he's saying the very same comrade is killing the ANC. And when you look at the statements, his name is there. Why was he paid? Why were members of the ANC paid? What was the money for? Maybe if we can be told what the money was for. Why was Comrade Enoch Godongwane paid? Why was Comrade Zizi Godwa paid? What were they paid for? We need to know those things.
Okay, but you haven't seen the sealed documents, judging from your response.
Obviously, nobody has seen the sealed documents. That is why they are sealed, and the courts, President has been in and out of the courts, making sure that those documents do not find expression anyway. So I think those that are in the public domain, that are with the public protector, is just the tip of the iceberg. The many names of people that we do not know are in those ones that he is fighting so much to seal. And as a leader of the African National Congress, wanting to be transparent and wanting to fight corruption, we find it very difficult that he would want to seal those documents. What is there?
Annika, do you believe that those such as Ace Makashule, Carl Niehaus, that those who have been disciplined have done so deservedly, and that people who commit crimes or act unlawfully should be expelled or at least disciplined by the ANC?
That is precisely what should happen. And this is the reason why we are then saying the ANC must not treat itself as Animal Farm. If anybody has transgressed the Constitution as resolved in the 54th National Congress, it should apply to every member of the ANC. Comrade Karl was disciplined, and Comrade Ace has stepped aside. And there is a matter about the president, which we feel that the same principles should apply. There should be consistency. If the National Disciplinary Committee finds that there is cause for him to be charged, in fact, there is cause for him to be charged, they must start the process and then he must step aside. It's as simple as that. The Constitution of the ANC applies to every member from branch level up until to the national leaders.
Annika, last question. How many members in good standing are signatories to your memorandum calling for the president to be disciplined?
We've got signatories from 8 provinces, and you know that South Africa has got 9 provinces, and in any rule there is 50% plus 1, meaning that we are the majority of provinces. And even if they did not want to listen to us, even if it was one province, they had to listen because it's members of the ANC. So the majority of provinces have signed. They must listen and start taking action.
But how many people have signed?
I will repeat this. It is representative of provinces. So there is 1 signature per province from the 8 provinces that I've mentioned. So we don't need a team or 1,000 people signing. We've got provincial representatives that have signed.
All right, thank you so much. You're going to have a media conference at 11 o'clock, and I'm sure you'll unpack this further. Onica Maphisa speaking on behalf of the signatories calling for ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa to be disciplined.